Hey boys and girls, let's finish up correcting those fraction pages. Well, you've already corrected them, but let's just talk a little bit more about them. So my last video left off with talking about comparing fractions. So now we're going to order fractions. So we're not ordering them like a pizza or anything like that. We're putting them in order based on largest to smallest or smallest to largest, just like we did with whole numbers. So if the numerators if the denominators are all the same, 1/5, 8/5, no, can't do 8/5, that's improper. 4/5 and 2/5. Okay, excuse me. If the denominator is the same on all of them, then we just put them in order by the numerator. So obviously 1/5 would stay where it is. 2/5 would come next, and then 4/5 would be last. So that's really easy if the denominators are the same. So it's equally as easy if you think about it in that way, that in order to put them in order, the denominators have to be the same. They're not always going to be the same in the fractions that you're given, and so you have to make them the same. How are you going to make a denominator the same as the other ones? Well, you are going to make an equivalent fraction. How do you make an equivalent fraction? You multiply or divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So, if I have 1/12, excuse me, 1/12, 1/3, and 11/12. Well, I know how to put 1/12 and 11/12 in order, but it's this 1/3. So what I have to do is I have to ask myself, what do I do to 1/3 to make it have, to make it an equivalent fraction where its denominator is the same as the other two? The denominator is 12, so I'm going to multiply by 4. Whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. Times 4 times 4. So this becomes 4/12. And so I can see that 4/12 is right in the middle of 1/12 and 11/12. So 1/3 is actually in the right spot for these to be in order from least to greatest. If I were going to go from greatest to least, I would just reverse the order. 11/12, 1/3, and 1/12. And I just realized I'm doing this video and my washing machine is running, so I apologize for the background noise. I should have shut the bathroom door because it's right next to me. So we'll just see how it comes out. All right, so let me do one more. And remember, I'm not doing as many examples as I would do in class because you can pause and rewind and watch this video as many times as you need to. So I'm going to do 2/5, 3/15, and 4/15. Now, you might look at those and you might say, well, 2, 3, and 4 are already in order. But the problem is that this 5 is not the same as the 15s. And so, I have to say, what am I going to do to 2/5 to make it an equivalent fraction to the other two? I have to multiply the top and the bottom by the same number. And that number is going to be whatever I need to do to 5 to get to 15. Well, in this case, I have to multiply by 3. So if I multiply the numerator and the denominator by 3, I am going to get, I don't think I can do an upside down 6. I'm going to get 6/15, and then I have 3/15, and I have 4/15. So now you can see these are not in the correct order. If I wanted to do least to greatest, I just simply have to bring this one over here. I did it. Like that. If I wanted them in reverse, then obviously this one would come first, second, and third in greatest to least, depending on what the directions tell me. Okay? If you have any questions or want to see more examples, let me know. I can post more videos on anything from the fraction, this first fraction chapter.